Matthew's 26.
Matthew chapter 26, verse 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation.
Christ told us to watch and pray in these last days. Watch what? Watch the geopolitical events. Look at the prophecies, align them up with God's chronological order to see where are we in God's timeline. What's happening on the news? We can't just scroll, look at TikTok, Instagram shorts, YouTube shorts, and consume our time with things that are not going to be beneficial. But Christ told us what to do in the last days. Read that again.
Watch and pray.
Watch and pray. Watch the prophecies, look at it, and align it with today's current events. Come on.
That ye enter not into temptation.
That we don't enter into these temptations. We fall with everything that's going on with the world. We get afraid, we intervene, or we get involved with some of the different political events and entanglements. Go on.
The spirit indeed is
That's
willing.
all I want. Now, the first article concerning breaking news this week and the previous weeks concerning President Donald Trump and his plans to invade Greenland, which is one of the territories that's owned by Denmark, Denmark being one of the ruling NATO governments. Trump, in his unprecedented order, and trying to acquire NATO as an American state, the 51 state, either trying to buy it, purchase it, or military intervention. Can we play the first video?
We don't do it, China or Russia will. It's not going to happen. We are not going to have, and I like China, I like Russia, I love the people of China.
Can we pause that real quick? Thank you. Can we get Article 5? One of Trump's reason, and Americans' government reason for acquiring NATO as the 51st state of America's government is because of national security reasons. That's what America's saying. Now, under China, as well as Russia, the only reason why Russia started the war with Ukraine because parts of Ukraine used to be a part of Russia prior to the Cold War, before them splitting up, and like Crimea was a part of Russia. Russia doesn't want Ukraine, but for security reasons, NATO was trying to place some of their missiles or weapon defense systems on the Ukrainian border in order to attack Russia. So Russia says, no, we're not having that. China and Russia, it has nothing to do with Greenland. Greenland, once again, is a sovereign government. It has nothing to do with the United States or national securities. Under the Article 5, it prohibits for any unauthorized or foreign nation to acquire that land by purchase or military intervention. Let's get Article 5.
Collective defense in Article 5. Collective defense is NATO's most fundamental principle. Article 5 of the North Atlantic Treaty states that an armed attack against one NATO member shall be considered an attack against them all. Since 1949, this unwavering pledge has bound together a group of like-minded countries from Europe and North America, which have committed themselves to protecting each other in a spirit of solidarity.
All right, we can go back to the video. Now, under Article 5 is an article that was put together by NATO upon its establishment to protect any of the NATO countries and their allies. China, if you've been following some of the various events, China has no political disagreement or any contention concerning NATO. It's mainly with America and NATO and Russia with NATO because of Russia or Ukraine, I would say NATO trying to place under the order of America some of their military or missile defense systems on Russia's borders in order to get closer to Russia to attack them. So that's the only reason why Russia is looking to attack. Now, China is waging war with Taiwan. Anything concerning China, it has to do with Taiwan and them acquiring Taiwan because Taiwan used to be a Chinese territory. They're one of the same people, but like Ukraine and Russia, China America is using Taiwan to place some of the military defense systems and missiles in Taiwan, and Taiwan being a democratic government of America, being utilized to attack China, position himself closer to China in order to attack them for future reasons. Now, let's go back to the video. No.
If we don't do it, China or Russia will. It's not going to happen. We are not going to have, and I like China, I like Russia, I love the people of China.
Kilometers apart to patrol an area this big with surveillance uncertain.
US President Donald Trump has triggered global shockwaves by openly threatening to seize Greenland, brushing aside Denmark's sovereignty and warning the US will act whether they like it or not. Speaking at the White House, Trump framed the Arctic island as a national security priority, linking it directly to Russia and China.
I'm not talking about money for Greenland yet. I might talk about that. But right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor.
Trump made it clear that diplomacy is optional. If negotiations fail, he says force remains on the table. His language marks one of the most explicit threats by a sitting US president against a NATO ally in modern history.
I would like to make a deal, the easy way, but if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way. And by the way, I'm a fan of Denmark too, I have to tell you, and they've been very nice to me. I'm a big fan, but the fact that they had a boat land there 500 years ago doesn't mean that they own the land. I'm sure we had lots of boats go there also. But we need that because if you take a look outside of Greenland right now, there are Russian destroyers, there are Chinese destroyers and bigger, there are Russian submarines all over the place. We're not going to have Russia or China occupy Greenland.
What we're seeing is unprecedented for a NATO allied country to attack their own. We're seeing Bible prophecy being forwarded at an unprecedented timeline that we've never seen ever. The funny thing is, Trump was saying that Greenland pretty much security defense is two dogs in a sled. That Greenland can't properly defend themselves. Therefore, America has to acquire Greenland for national security reasons, which we all know is a lie. America wants to acquire Greenland because of the mineral rights. Greenland has an abundance of natural resources. In order for America to retain its imperialism and its rule over all nations, America needs resources in order to survive. Give me Obadiah chapter 1, verse 7. And Denmark has a rule, shoot first, ask questions later. So if America does decide to acquire the land by force, then there might be further developments, or we'll see what's going to happen. Like I said, we have to wait for Bible prophecy to unfold and see some of the events that's happening in order to know, okay, are we getting closer to the European Union and NATO turn its back against America? Obadiah chapter 1, verse 7.
Obadiah, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy.
All the men of America's confederacy is going to NATO and the European Unions, their allies. Come on.
Have brought thee even to the border.
Eventually in the future, NATO, the European Union, is going to bring America to the borders. The borders is making reference to the war that's going to happen in Israel. World War III, or what the Bible calls Armageddon. Come on.
The men that were at peace with
The men that what?
were at peace.
Greenland, Denmark, and all the NATO allies were at peace. If you look at some of the citizens and what they feel about America being a 51 state and them acquiring it either through buying it or military force, they're saying that Greenland, we're a peaceful place. we don't want to be a part of America as a 51st state. We like our sovereignty, and Denmark being another NATO ally saying the same thing. Listen, Denmark is allied to Greenland, and by law we are obligated to protect Greenland if a foreign entity or an invasion comes into the land without proper diplomacy. Come on.
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
The men eventually, because they know that America's military force is one of the strongest in the world, and America has the strongest economy, and they do all their trade through America. It has to go through the central bank system. Eventually, NATO, as well as the European Union, will deceive America and bring them down to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, or the Middle East, which is the land of Israel, for that final war. Get me Revelation chapter 17, verse 15.
Revelation chapter 17 and verse 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples.
The waters is talking about nations. Where the whore, America is that great whore, Babylon the Great. America sits on all what?
Waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues.
America sits on all peoples, nations, multitudes, and tongues. America controls all ruling empires, all governments. America reigns over all the kings of the earth. Read.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast.
The 10 horns is going to the 10 common markets originally, but now it's the EU, or EU's military force, which is NATO. The whore which what?
Thou sawest upon the beast.
The whore that thou sawest upon the beast, come on.
These shall hate the whore.
Eventually, the NATO, the European Union, is going to hate the whore because of acts like this. Trump, and not only this, Trump berating himself in front of some of the other presidents, the ruling governments, pushing them out the way, disrespecting them, moving without NATO's compliance, looking to take land that doesn't belong to them without voting on it or discussing with the other allies. Eventually, they're going to hate the whore, or they hate the whore, like France rising up. They hate the whore. Come on.
And shall make her desolate and naked.
And eventually shall make her desolate and naked. Come on.
And shall eat her flesh and burn her with...
Shall consume her with thermonuclear warheads. Come on.
And burn her with fire.
Read.
For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the word...
In April 1949, they gave their power to America, which is the beast. Come on.
Until the words of God shall be fulfilled.
Until all the prophecies are fulfilled and America is destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. All right? Now, next segment.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.